Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Suman Sultana Khanzadeh. I am working as assistant professor at Government First Grade College, Pashapur. In this video, we are going to talk about the subject Corporate Strategic Management for BCom first semester as per Rani Channamma University, Belgavi. So in this video, we are going to start the first unit. For that, this is the first session that we are discussing. In this video, we are going to talk about the introduction, meaning of strategy, definition of strategy, reasons for strategy, meaning of strategic management, and definition of strategic management. So let's get started with the introduction. Look at this picture. There are two fish bowls here. In one fish bowl, there are a lot of fishes which have occupied the space. The other fish pond or fish bowl is empty and no other fish is there. And this small fish is trying to jump from this bowl to this bowl. This small fish was earlier in this fish pond or fish bowl where it has to share the space with other remaining fishes. It was not able to enjoy the space fully. So what it is doing, it is jumping or moving from one area to another area, or from one fish pond or fish bowl to another fish bowl. So this process of moving from existing position to the desired future position is called as strategy, which is the topic of discussion for our first session. So let's look at the meaning of strategy. The word strategy is derived from a Greek word strategos or strategia, which means the art and science of directing military forces or generalship. So the concept of strategy was first noticed in a book called Operational Research, in which it was described as the art or science of directing the military forces, or at the time of wars, how the generals used to direct their military forces or soldiers for winning over the enemies. So that process of directing the military forces, or the process of a generalship, or the act of a general in order to win over the enemies, was called as the strategy. So in simple, we can say that strategy means a well thought out systematic plan of action to defend oneself or defeat the rivals. In order to win over the enemies, or in order to defeat the rivals, what plan of action or what process we follow, that process or plan of action is called as strategy. We can say strategy as a process in which we jump from one existing position to the future desired position, or we can also say that strategy is the process or a systematic plan of action to achieve a particular goal or long-term goal. So we can simply say that strategy means a systematic plan of action to achieve a future desired goal, or to switch from existing position to future desired position. So Waterman has defined strategy as a coherent set of actions aimed at gaining a sustainable advantage over competition. So we can say that he is trying to define strategy as a set of actions which is aimed to gain the advantage over the competition, in order to defeat the competitors, in order to overcome the competitors. The whatever strategy, whatever set of actions or plans or policies we formulate, all those plans, set of actions and policies are called as strategy. Now let's look at why we need strategy, or being a business concern, why do we need to plan? So adopting a strategy will help us, or it provides an organization with appropriate direction, or we can say that by setting up the plans and policies and strategies, we can create a direction for our movement, for the direction of the direction to the organization, or strategy provides an appropriate way to the organization in order to achieve a future desired goal or long term goals. So we have to plan what we want to be in next upcoming years. So an organization always tries to earn more and more profits, or always tries to and increase its market share, always try to be there in the market. So in order to provide direction to the organization, strategies are very useful. Another example or another reason we can give for strategy is to utilize opportunities and to tackle the threats. So an organization being practicing in a different types or different categories of environments is exposed to different types of opportunities and threats. uh, opportunities and threats are nothing but the external forces which can ensure the profitability, or which can ensure the existence of an organization. So in order to utilize the upcoming opportunities, and in order to deal with the upcoming threats, strategies are very helpful. So if we plan before time, or if we formulate the policies before time, we will be able to tackle with different types of threats, and we can deal with any kind of hardship. So strategies are very useful. The next reason for strategy is to ensure rational allocation of resources. Rational means a well thought out allocation of resources. So as you already know, there are various types of resources like financial resources, human resources, or any other type of resources. So all these resources, when they are not utilized properly, what will happen? The company will suffer lot of losses, or company will go under lot of losses. So strategies can be formulated in order to allocate these resources properly, and in order to exploit these resources properly. So well thought out strategies and well prepared strategies are very useful, or we can say that strategies help in rational allocation of resources. The next reason for strategy is to get advantage over the competition. So nowadays the market is very competitive in nature. There are a lot of players in a particular market. So in order to ensure your existence, in order to ensure the survival of an organization, we have to keep changing, we have to keep uh, finding out new technologies, we have to keep finding out new ways to overcome the competition. So when we have got strategies about those new technologies, new resources, or new type of areas which we have not explored yet, so we will be able to overcome the competition, or we will be at the top position, or we will prove that our organization is the best one. So in order to get advantage over the competition, strategies are very useful. And the last reason is to attain organization vision and mission. So vision and mission are nothing but the future desired goals of an organization, or future what we call whatever a organization wants to be in future 5 years or 10 years. So it is nothing but a future goal in simple we can say. So in order to achieve those goals, strategies are very important. So these are some of the reasons why strategy is very important in an organization. So let's look at what is the meaning of strategic management. So you have got two words here, one is strategy and another one is management. So we have already seen what a strategy is, and we know that what is management is. Management is nothing but getting work done from others, or the process of planning, directing, controlling, and evaluating. All this is called as management. When we apply strategy, when we apply management to this strategy, it becomes strategic management in simple. So let's see what exactly strategic management is. Strategic management is a dynamic process of formulation, implementation, evaluation, and control of strategies to realize the organization's strategic intent. So strategic management is a dynamic process which is changing in nature. Something which is changing in nature is called as dynamic. It is not static. It is not the only one action which you take at a time and you relax. It is nothing like that. You have to keep formulating strategies day by day, or you have to keep changing the strategies one by one. So it is a dynamic process of formulation. Formulation is nothing but preparation, or uh, uh, making of strategies is called as formulation. Then implementation, you are putting something to action, which is called as implementation. You are putting the strategies to action. You are formulating the strategy, you are putting the strategy to action, then you are evaluating. Evaluating is nothing but whatever strategies we have applied, whether it has worked properly or whether it has helped the organization in achieving the goal or not, is called as evaluation. The process of finding out whether whatever strategies we have applied has achieved the goal or not is called as evaluation. So strategic management is a process of formulating, implementing, and evaluation and control of strategies to realize the organization's strategic intent. Why we are doing all this? Because we want to achieve an organization's strategic intent. Strategic intent is nothing but what an organization wants to be in future. It is nothing but a long term goal. So in order to achieve long term goal, the process of a dynamic process of formulating, implementing, evaluating, and controlling the strategies is called as strategic management. Let's see what is the definition. Chandler defines strategic management as the determination of basic long-term goals and objectives of an enterprise and adoption of course of action and allocation of resources necessary to carry out these goals. So here he is talking about three terms. One is determination of basic long-term goals. We are going to set our long-term goals. So what we want to be in future, we are deciding right now. So determination of basic long-term goals and objectives of an enterprise, and adoption of course of action, that is how we can achieve those goals. So finding out the path or the way to achieve those goals is nothing but adoption of course of action, and allocation of resources necessary to carry out these goals. So overall we can say that strategic management is the process of setting the long-term goals and deciding the way to achieve those goals and allocating the resources to achieve those goals. So in simple, Chandler says that strategic management is the process of formulating the goals, deciding the way in which we can achieve those goals, and allocation of resources is called as strategic management. So these are some of the meanings and definitions and reasons for strategic management. In the next session, we are going to talk about the remaining theoretical part. So till then, you go through these all these theory and try to make the notes out of it. So in the next session we are going to talk about the remaining theoretical part regarding strategic management, like features of strategic management and what are the different types of strategies that we are going to discuss in the next session. So thank you so much for listening patiently.